This is the retake from the session of Saturday. And this is not a perfect session. So this is my attempt to at least show up. And behind me, you will see an interesting paintings here, there, which is the painting of the Little Prince that you see right there. And why I decided to make a session about mental health and art is because art is truly something that, in my eyes, is really important for mental health. So bear with me, I'm going to take a break and be back in 1 minute. So and I am back. I just wanted to take some time to breathe. And as this is an imperfect session, as this is an imperfect session, I'm going to check if I am live on LinkedIn. I'm sure that I am live on YouTube, but I would like to see if I am live. And yes, I am. So that's incredible because it's the first time, in fact, the second time that I use Restream. And why mental health, why art is important for mental health? It's because it connects with my past, my present, and also my future, my desires. So as it's in a perfect session, I will redo this session next Saturday with the proper links because I have links to share and I will share it in the comments. But and at the same time, I don't have anything to show except things on my own. I can share my screen and see if I can open some Instagram accounts, but I want to go in the flow. And this session, by the way, will last probably 30, 45 minutes. And I posted the link for anyone to go on stage, but I'm not sure that you will be able to join on stage or not. But anyway, this is my attempt to show up. So thank you again for the persons that are live right now. So the first piece of art is not mine, is from my landlord, and it's the Little Prince with some text in French. And now I'm going to try to share my screen because I have at least 3 pictures to show. And the first one is the picture that I was selecting for Aaron video. And I don't know if you will see. Yes, you see the picture. I don't need to place all of my screen. So you recognize the picture of the Little Prince. And then up at the left, the tree on top of the book is also a picture from my friend and landlord. And it really makes sense for me because it's about reading, gaining information, and welcome Lisa, gaining information and growing my inner tree. So that's the tree on top of the book. The picture just at the right, where you see a lot of lines, vertical lines, and a bird, and I can give you a better image on the comments, is the painting I chose to buy on the 29th of March 2019. And this is a special date, my friends, because this date my dad turned 70 years old. So this year, 29th of March, he turned 75. But 5 years ago, I was discovering this artist, Jérôme Désert, and he was painting that. And I was not seeing yet the date. So the fact that there is the date is even more powerful for me, because it was the date of my father's 70th birthday, but also the day that I decided to say to my dad, I'm not living anymore with you. I'm flying to Brussels, back to Brussels, after 12 years living with him. And you see a bird going to go out of the frame, this little area that is empty, that allows the bird to go out of a kind of a cage. And also he mentioned, he drew also some sentences around the frame, and there is a music that a group that is called Le Peuple de l'Herbe, which could be translated in English like the people of herbs. And I love this music, by the way. And so this was for me a sign that the freedom is there. It was the 29th of March, 5 years ago, that I bought this painting. He made few, and I selected this one because it was resonating with me. Then the last two ones that you see in the same picture, but two different paintings. The painting below is from Catherine Dutilleul. I'm not sure about her last name, but and it was through a vernissage 6 or 7 years ago, when I was having my burnout 7-8 years ago. And it was for me my path, my purple path around the weirdness of this world. And at some point the path is hidden by the upper left face. And then on top of that is the third eye. It's the name of the painting, and it's from an African that was making a vernissage also. And the particularity is that all his paintings are made through coffee. So he is painting through colors and also coffee. And so thank you so much for your resonance, Margaret. Art is really something deeply important in my eyes about mental health, and I'm glad the next weeks to give a spotlight to any artist like Catherine Dutilleul or Dutilleul, I'm not sure. Claudia, I'm not sure neither about her last name. I don't want to butcher, but Muralanda, and Natalie Joel, and Patricia Biddy, and Karen Marx, and Damien Philip. That was the booster of this initiative. He is not able to join us right now, but he will be the next weeks. I will try to see if there is a date that we can agree, so that I can share his art and invite other people to join. And so the second picture that I will share to you, that I will share right now, is really dear to my heart. I was also selecting that as a picture to my video that Aaron gave to me. And this is my drawing. this is my drawing. Of course, it sounds like childish, but there is not context. So I'm going to give you the context. I was at that time in 2017 in a spiritual retreat, and it was few weeks after my contract ended. I was having a burnout, and they didn't renew my contract. And few weeks later, I was free. I was really free, and I was attending a weekend retreat on the countryside of Belgium. And at some point, it came an exercise, and the exercise was to write a letter using my left hand. I usually write on my right hand, and instead of writing a letter, I decided to make the pen on top of the paper and see what's going on. And I was drawing some things that I was not seeing. I was really not seeing what I was drawing. And at the end of the exercise, when I came back to see my drawing, it was really, 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 really resonating with me. Because this, my friend, is the picture that you will see afterwards. And there is a lot of things, interpretations that you can gain from this picture. My first interpretation was it was my mom and I. So I'm going to right now. I don't see how I can make the two pictures side by side yet, but I'm going to stop the sharing so that I can share to you the picture that I was mentioning. So the picture is this one. I'm going to enlarge. And this is a picture where you see my mom and I, my mom feeding me, And based on the previous pictures, it makes sense because you see, I was drawing like my mom and I. And it was like, whoa. It was, I wasn't, I was having difficulties to imagine that it was really what came out of my drawing, and the fact that was really resonating. That was the picture of me and my mom feeding me when I was a baby. And now I'm going to trying to see if I can do that. Okay, I'm learning, my friends. So this is replace, and I replace with the picture that you see right now. Okay, and so it makes sense. It's like my mom and feeding me. And someone gave another interpretation, and I realized that was powerful. It's like a warrior with a blade, a dagger that you see in the left side of the picture, and a shield. Could be a shield also. And what came out also that is amazing is that there is the infinity, the 8, that is representing the infinity, but it could be also representing the sand box. I don't know how to translate it in English, sorry, but the time, when you are where you see the sand going down, and then you at some point there is no sand slipping, and you have to turn it down to make, and that was a reminder of the time that was going on. Thank you, Peter. I'm not yet. Yeah, I see the chat. So I'm going to right now. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Margaret. And thank you, Peter. But then there is not an end with that explanation, because there is something more. And that, my friends, was amazing. Because it sounds like a wing also. It's a strange wing, but it sounds like a wing with the right side a bit like out of the arm, but it sounds like a wing. But also, my mom name is Lucy, L. And you see a kind of a L there. So it was all of that, my friends. The fact that the picture representing my mom and I, representing me as a warrior with a blade and a shield, the infinity sign, the time sand, and the L of Lucy, and the fact that it was I drew that without seeing that, without imagining, and I received that like a message. And for me, that was the message at that time to soar, to also do my best to evolve in time. And I'd like to always remind me of this to move me forward. And that was my art. And showing back again the beautiful pictures that came into my path when I was struggling. So the tree and the little prince is the most recent from my landlord, and it reminds me to always tap in my childhood, in my innocence, in my wonder, and in my appreciation about what I receive, and to make it grow. And the picture of kind of the prison where you see the bird going out was the picture of me going out of my 12 years dad journey. When I was with my dad for 12 years on a daily basis, now I see him once or twice a month. And then the picture on the top, the third eye, the spiritual path made from coffee, and the picture below about finding my own path, whatever happens. And you see also the Buddha also. So heart is something that is really, really important for my path. So with that, I don't have anything to share, but probably I'm going to try to share at least 2 or 3 artists. And I still have my notes somewhere because I have, oh, I'm going to make a commercial break to say that while I am opening my Instagram and trying to manage that, because I don't have, I opened a new browser just to be able to be able to not having too much tabs open. And there, oh, hello. Moving on, Instagram. Let me So how are you feeling, my friends? Feel free to share what was your week and your weekend, while I'm also checking my Instagram to show you some artists. It's not easy to concentrate to my speech and to my well, Iris Gum ou alors boom 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 boom. Go with the my life. So bear with me. Okay. I it's hopefully it will work. So hi Dr. New. And so the technology, when it goes, is my never in control moment where I'm not prepared, and this is okay. So I wish you had an amazing weekend. Thank you again for bearing with me. I don't want to wait you too much, but I'm going to sort it out. If the technology is allowing me to collaborate with me. Oh my god. Bon, alors, I decide to give up for this time for showing the Instagram. I'm going to place the links and you will discover in the comments. I was going to share my screen, but I am going to share the link of Instagram right now in the banner. So, hi Kenny. Oh, I see something strange. Okay, 2 people. Peter, okay.
Can you see
Thank
me?
you, Peter, for bearing with me. Yeah. It's me not knowing yet the new platform and not knowing that. Yeah. So welcome, Peter. So, are you an artist by any chance?
Well, I messed up my hair a little bit on purpose because sometimes cars have crazy hair. My hair is also ridiculously long. I probably definitely need a haircut. It can go like 2 or 3 inches. But I felt like since we were showing art, my mom's the artist in the family, so just wanted to show y'all a couple things while we were waiting for you to pull things up, so y'all can see that.
Wow.
And
Yes, I can see.
yep, my mom has her signature on the corner there. And pretty much her paintings were all about stuff that she's seen. And then also, so I'm not sure if this one, I'm guessing this one's my mom as well.
Mm-hmm.
But, looks like a farmer's market type deal there.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's not technically my cousin, but I refer to her as my cousin. And y'all see the rooster?
Oh, I love this one.
Yeah, so she likes to, so basically, this is her style is making different shapes within a drawing itself. So this one, I guess it's downstairs. But I like it how she does the multi different shapes, multi different colors. Um, and then
Mm-hmm.
we've also got these drawings of giraffes over here, and then we got a landscape picture right there. And
Mm-hmm.
then my mom likes to make flowers as well, so that's definitely one of hers. There is that flower. Y'all can see that. Okay.
Yes.
And
Wow.
then, but yeah, then I mean, yeah, that this is her thing, of course. I think y'all can see that.
Oh yeah.
And she was a big fencer, so we have a few fencer paintings.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, kind of like how you were saying at the very beginning, like some of these are kind of more or less black and white about what they are. But
Mm-hmm.
for some of them, it can reveal emotions. Like, for instance, this one over, I'm going to turn my lights on. So
Mm-hmm.
hopefully he'll help y'all see a little bit better. Uh, I guess two of these is like first. So my mom made this one, so it's like you see like the one painting of the fencers in there, but you also see like the running. So that's something that I think is so good memories we have of just exploring places and running around and having fun. And
Mm-hmm.
then kind of the same thing with this one over here. So this one's like a gymnast. But at the same time, so I grew up playing a lot of sports. So doing something like that, even on the trampoline was fun for me to do. So bringing back childhood memories and stuff helping me out, looking at my mental health as well, making me in a little bit of a happier state and whatnot. And, that's not a picture, but that's my mom when she was a fencer. She was the uh, Great Lakes champion back when she was in college. So just figured I wanted to share a little bit of my artwork with y'all.
Thank you, Peter, and welcome, Kenny. By the way, happy to welcome also Kenny. Oh, you are on mute.
Yeah, I can't hear you either.
Mr. Kenny, you are on mute.
Oh, maybe we'll come back
Okay,
in and
he will
out.
be back. He will be back. So thank you, Peter. I love your mom's art, and I love the fact that you have a lot, in fact. And tell
Mm-hmm.
me, how do you feel when you see these paintings? Does it lift you up? What are your relationships with these paintings?
Sure, absolutely. And so my mom also likes to go to. We have this one museum called Kimball Art Museum, and she's a member at multiple art museums. So whenever I see your art or any art, I try to look at it and think about what is first of all, what is my opinion? Is it my style? And that's the fun thing too of looking at art is that seeing if stuff is more realistic or more imaginative, like the drawing you had, where when you meant when I said that, that's what I thought too. When you mentioned the warrior, that was my thought when I saw the sword, I saw the shield. So that was my thought. But overall, art uplifts me because it makes me think about what is this artist trying to depict, and maybe what different messages could they be trying to depict.
Yeah, and for everyone there is a different interpretation, so it's such a blessing. So, hi, Mr. Kenny, how are you feeling today?
Can
Say
you
with a
hear
flavor.
me?
Yep. We can hear you.
Yes.
I love that rooster. It looks so edible. It does look
Oh,
like candy made with candy, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing good.
Good.
yeah. So, for me, it's really to recognize the impact of art in our
Mhm.
lives, and also to make some visibility about some artists that I just came to know a few days ago, and also a few weeks and few months and few years ago. And by instance, art is something that is really broad. It's not only about paintings, but also sculpture, ceramics. I have a lot of angels, by the way, from a dear friend that is also an artist, and she is making ceramics through uh, cookie cutters. You see the cookie cutters with ceramics, and
Mhm.
it's like angels or art or whatever the cookie cutter format. Wow. Thank you, Kenny, for
Mhm.
showing that. I'm going to
Mhm.
maximize so that we all see. Boom, boom. Maximize, please. Technology, when
I
it
painted
works.
that.
Oh,
Yeah,
you painted that.
1963. Yes, I was a kid.
Oh,
November 22nd,
wow.
3.
Wow. Amazing, amazing, amazing.
Mhm.
Hmm. Wow.
Good
Thank
job,
you,
Kenny.
Kenny.
I'm an
Yeah, thank you
artiste.
for sharing.
Thank you. I'm an artist like all of you.
Yep.
Hmm. Yeah. So I always remember also a painting that is still in my dad's place and that is dear with me. Sorry, Kenny, I'm going to mute yourself until a painting that is dear to me that is from in my dad's place, but it was made from my uncle probably 45 years ago, and it's a painting that I will always keep because it's a painting of my mom. And for those that doesn't transitioned, was not 13 years old. Yeah, it was the darkest time of my life when I was facing the illness of my mom, brain cancer. It was really long, and also passing. So having the painting is something that is really dear to me. I'm really connected through art since more than 3 decades, in fact. And even with my grandparents, we made art in a sense of painting, but on assembling puzzles. And these kind of puzzles, like 3,000 pieces, 5,000 pieces, with lips. And for me, it's really amazing. We don't take much time nowadays to. Oh, I have a I am live. Assembling puzzles. It takes time, and it's kind of a mental health activity also when it comes to art. And then when we assemble it, we see the puzzle going bit by bit, and then we see the full landscape. And so it's really interesting about art and mental health. So now, Mr. Peter, what is the kind of art that you would like to talk about?
Sure. I mean, I think that the easiest stuff is to talk about well the life art and the landscape art. I think that could be why like my favorite places, or that could draw from like why my favorite places I visited have been more natural and less urbanized. So my favorite place I've been to is Ireland, and mainly because
Mm.
it has a ridiculous amount of green there. That's way more than I'm used to around here. Way more country, way less skyscrapers, way less roads. So whenever I see landscapes, I like the natural beauty of the world, especially when today's time when you see different things getting polluted to a certain degree. Um, and then also the life pictures that they have when, so my mom, especially before the digital age, that was the thing, was either, especially before cameras too, was capturing things. You had to put them through paintings. So history is taught through paintings. So with the especially because I can't show you guys everything. My parents are downstairs, and I don't think they'll want to be on camera. But there are a couple more life instances where it's my great grandma Twyla, when she was baking pies. That was her thing that she liked to do. Um, so there's pictures of those. There's pictures of people, pictures of nature. And I think just by default, since that's what I'm surrounded by, those are the types of paintings I like to be, because it it's a a moment in time where you get to remember loved ones or be around nature that you might not necessarily be able to be around, because there's also mountainous pictures downstairs and whatnot. And so you can tell not only history but the world around you. You can see it through painting, so it brings you a little bit closer to the world around you.
Mm. Yeah, indeed. And Ireland is something that is really incredible. Lots of good landscapes, and Australia and New Zealand also is really interesting for the landscape and for art in general.
Yeah, that's one place I want to go visit for sure, because I watched the Lord of the Rings movies. So whenever they got the essentially, whether they I'm guessing they used helicopters to get those shots, but to be able to go see those landscapes in person, that would be fun. But seeing them through paintings, I guess, is the next best thing.
Yeah. And so right now, for instance, I can finally get to my Instagram, and I'm going to share. So bear with me, because it's something that is I'm trying to make it done right now
Hmm.
with the technology. So do you like also photography?
Sorry, could you repeat the question?
Do you like also photography?
Um, I actually do like it because, my mom, I make fun of her, but at the same time, it's very good when she takes, legitimately thousands of pictures. We still have a lot of old school printout pictures from when me and my siblings were kids, and younger, older pictures than those. But I'm definitely a big photographer myself, where for sure, whenever I go see my nephew, I take at least one picture of him and one video every time I see him. So to keep track of life, keep track of the memories, because it's also fun when my phone here, it has like iPhotos or whatever it is, that you get to look back at pictures. So it's keeping like a timeline of him, so you get to see him growing up and all the pictures we've taken. So it's a good idea, and I encourage anybody to take at least a couple pictures now and then, because it's fun to look back on memories.
Mhm. So the first, I'm trying to navigate with tech right now, but the first is from Damien Philip, and I'm going to make it full screen right now and to show you some of his art. So what do you think when you see that?
So it looks like boat and river. So the landscape, I like that. I like landscapes. I like seeing
Mhm.
the different greens trying to accurately depict the different shadowing of how the sun shows or how he saw it. Um, I like it. I would be a fan of looking at his painting and pictures of the people, different color dresses they wore. That's one thing I wish I kind of knew how to do is how to make clothes because I definitely don't know how to do that. But seeing the different pictures of life and of their culture, and it's very nice. He's good. I like it.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm struggling with technology, so I will post the links of the Instagram that I'm showing, so that people can connect with these artists. And the next one I would like to also to share. Bear with me. Is Patricia Bidi, and she's originally from Peru, but living in London actually, and she's amazing in lino cuts.
Oh yeah, definitely very different style.
Yeah, so I love her art. She's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Makes me think of I guess some of them are a little bit different, but like the first things you showed me were a little bit more. I'm not sure I'm sure my mom would know what the style of it's technically called, but more like I mean this in a good way, cartoonish style.
Mhm.
That it's not totally lifelike, but it's still colorful and vibrant. Especially because I think the one that I saw was was before where it was like a woman playing some type of flute or some type of instrument. And then
Yeah.
yeah, she's got combination of photography and art, which I like the different. Yeah, I like the different. There's that little flute that I was seeing. Yep.
Hmm. And welcome, Toby, and thank you again for. So that's the Instagram of Patricia Bidi, and so I will post also the link. And then the next one that is really I want to also share is Jérôme Désert, and is the one that you see the bird with the cage, and he's drawing on black and white.
Hmm. And again, different. Looks like way more detail oriented with this shading.
Mhm.
And then he has the mix of the black and white and the color.
Yeah, sometimes I see some colors also. Oops.
I guess I would be curious to know what his purpose is for doing a bunch of red in some of these. Like
Yeah, indeed.
if they meant anything by it, by all the red. or is just the color that he had.
Yeah, exactly. And he's French, so sometimes he had some French text.
Mm-hmm. That was a funny face on that one picture.
Yeah, indeed. So, and finally, I'm not going to show all the artists that I was thinking, but I want also to show this one, Catherine Dutilleul. And now she's not so much in painting. She's making some tarot cards, but on the next pictures, you will see some paintings at some point, like this one.
Mm-hmm.
And you recognize this one. It is the painting I bought
Mm-hmm.
with the path. And I love her painting.
Yeah.
So that's it for me for the shares. I will post the link, the links to the different artists. So do you make some art yourself? What kind of art would you like to explore?
So I used to make art. I like to make this thing where I used to brag about it, but then when I got a little bit older, I understood a little bit better that they did it because it was a fundraising thing. But I made this drawing of some hills and the sun, so it was a landscape. And it sold for thousands of dollars, but it was just because it was for charity. So I was like, somebody paid me, thousands of dollars for my art, but no, it's just for charity. So, but it made me feel pretty cool at the time. But then I haven't really kept my art, but it is something like I pondered growing up because my mom was an artist, so I thought, well, maybe that's something I want to do. But no, now I just like to look at the different art that either because my mom's got. So let me show you. She's not upstairs, so I can show you. But she's slowly getting back into it, and we can take a peek on what if she's working on anything right now. So this is my mom's art studio.
Oh,
So she likes to make her. So picture of the sky, picture of tree, and it looks like a lake there. And so it's like she's making paintings based off of pictures. So there's the painting, there's the picture. So
wow.
similarities in there for sure. And she's like takes pictures like that was when we went to Utah. So she'll probably make a picture of that. And then she's got more of her work down there with all the different colors. So I like to watch what my mom does. And so here's one of her big ones that she's doing. I believe so. There's you guys can see the big thing there, and then there's the picture that she's going off of. So I
Wow.
believe this was when we went to based off of the boat and the cliffs. It looks like because the only times we really went on these catamaran things was I think when we went to Greece. And so again, like another realistic picture right here, like from this is a picture of nature. So from there to there. So I definitely let my mom do all the paintings for sure. But it's fun to see her get into it because for the longest time, she had to raise us, so she wasn't able to do the stuff as often. But now she's able to get back into it. Just looking around to see if there's anything I might have missed, but I don't think so. But yeah, my mom is. I leave the artistry to my mom.
It's pretty amazing. And by the way, I will also showcase another artist, Claudia Marulanda. I'm going to see if I can show, because I don't see any picture, but I'm going to share a LinkedIn because I want to share. So here we go. So I'm going to reduce. Okay. So okay. So here is a profile. I'm going to see if there is any pictures out there of her heart. It's improvisation. So wow. Wow, that's incredible when you think about the technicity of drawing pictures. I don't see any other picture, but I see here. I see other pictures here. Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
I love it. I love it.
I agree.
And here, oh, this one is beautiful.
Wow.
Wow. And I love when I see the wall, the backstage with all the different palettes and colors and
Sure.
wow. I love it.
Blue's my favorite color, so I like that she made the hair blue.
Yeah. So I will quote these persons to be sure that they can see that we spotlight them. And then the last one, Nathalie Arsenault. She's also an artist, and I can share more artists in the futures because there are probably others that I miss. But voila, pictures. Sounds like La Laitière, the famous painting of La Laitière. Wow. So there are other pictures I see. So there are a lot of artists out there to discover. So that's it for me today. I'm going to stop sharing. It's great. I'm going to master more and more the technology right now. So yeah, so I'm going to spotlight you, Peter, and say to you, thank you for sharing.
Sure.
There are a lot of people that are amazed about what you shared. Thank you, Toby. Thank you, Margaret. Yeah, so have a magical day also, everyone. We are on the top of the hours. I'm going to stop this streaming in a few minutes. Any final word, Peter?
I would just say to everybody, enjoy the natural art that's around you. Not only just through pictures or through photos, but through life, and enjoy the moments. Because when I saw the title of this room was that mental health and art. I mean, art can help make you put into a lot of positive mindsets, whether you're whether you're looking at something, or you're interacting with something, or you're listening to music. Any form of art can be extremely soothing to the soul, soothing to the mind, and make you in a better mindset. And I know it's something that I like to do. Because Lady Drew said it in one of the audio rooms, and I'm with her there about one thing. If I'm ever getting into a bad mood, I like to listen to music that I like, or look at art that I like, that gives me a good happy memory. And I encourage everybody to look at the art around them, and if you have even paintings or art or music, take a look at it and listen to it, because it helps me out. So hopefully I can do the same for you.
Exactly, and I think the most important is to do the best we can to tap in the magic of art,
Mm-hmm.
and in such a way that there are many opportunities: music, paintings, and this is, for instance, my open infinity, where
Mm-hmm.
I will draw my next drawings. I
Mm-hmm.
love to draw amazing drawings, and by the way, I can share it to you at the end. My last share, if I can share this, bear with me. Because it's finally also the message that I would like to share to all of you. And oh, by the way, I'm going to share many other things, by the way. So I try now to see if I can share a few things for wrapping up this session. Bear with me. Well, I will at least share this last thing, because I can share many things, but this one is my last share, and it was made from me probably some years ago. And my message: it is okay to ask for help, to be messy, to cry sometimes. It is okay to feel imperfect, and to pause, and to breathe, and to smile, and to be as you are, to be an amazing angel that you are.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, thank you again, Peter, for being on stage. And thank you, Toby, Lisa, Miliana, Margaret, Kenny also, for jumping on stage. And we are all artists, not only A-R-T, but each H-E-A-R-T.
Put it down.
So, yes, exactly. So, and in 30 minutes or 60 minutes, I don't remember, but I have a session with Crystal and co-guesting with Jen Lin. It will be amazing, so feel free to join. And tomorrow there is a mental cafe with Paulette, and on Tuesday the Refresh Your Brain. Anything that you have in your agenda that you would like to share, Peter?
Well, the only thing I have that is, I do have an audio room about so it's a diversity, equity, and inclusion room in the workplace, and it can be in terms for life. But we're talking about neurodiversity, so the different neurodiversities that can play into work and to life, and that's on Wednesdays at 5:30 Central. If y'all want to join, I'm happy to. I'll post. I believe the event's been made, so happy to post it in the comments so y'all can jump in if you can.
Thank you. And be your host of audio rooms. Feel free to create your own audio rooms, everyone. We need more voice to be expressed. We need more helping each other. And reflecting, I'm really blessed about the session of Aaron about helping veterans. and also Nick, where we were talking about anything about the job. So there are many audio rooms right now, and I think the most important is to listen to your body also, to say no if it allows you to say yes to your body, because we have 24 hours a day, but we need also to sleep and to nurture ourselves and to move our needle about our cheese, about our business. So I think that the most important is to be in agreement with our body. And that's why I'm happy to have made this retake, because yesterday I was not feeling good and I listened to my body. But sometimes I have some collapses. But this is my body tells me that it's enough. So, but I'm happy to finally make this session. And next Saturday, I will host probably another event about mental health, not too art, but about anything. So feel free to join on next Saturday. And bye from now.